Hey guys, it's time for some more Genshin Impact, and before I head on to the next quest, I am going to uh, be doing the dailies. I just noticed that Caesar Day isn't there. Anyways, I'm going to edit out the dailies, but I just want to let you guys know what's going on. So, see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I've now got my daily commissions that I can accept. And let's see, I got that, and that, okay. I also increased my adventure rank, so may as well claim that as well. It won't be long before I reach level 18. Okay, now I'm going to take a moment and go to my achievements because I happen to get an achievement. Claim the reward for that. Defeat 4 enemies with electro charge within 2 seconds. Yeah, I was using Lisa, and she is really, really good in the rain. I never noticed that before. So, oh, there's one more thing I have to do. Go to this, claim that. I didn't claim it last time. So there's all that done. I still haven't done these. I don't know if it's worth doing that right now. Wait a second. Well, this is interesting. So this is just to let me know what boss is there. I'm pretty sure that's all that's about. Anyways, I also took a moment to what do you call it? Check out my equipment, and even though I didn't do too much, I did do something with Aether. I gave him a bunch of artifacts that had recharge, you know, like a recharge in speed. I can't think of the word. Faster recharging, there we go, for his skills. Anyways, I'm gonna go up here now and continue the story. So I don't think there's anything else for me to do aside from stuff like that. I mean, I could like talk to all the NPCs in town and see if there are any hidden quests, but I don't want to do that right now. It's a fairly large town, so doing something like that would take way more time than I'm comfortable with. Elemental reaction. When Hydro meets Pydro. Yeah, I've already seen that. So, I think I figured that out on my own. Could be wrong about that.
It's a crystal embedded with some kind of power. Lisa, are you able to analyze it?
Let me take a look. I can see impurities in the crystal, but upon further inspection... No, I'm sorry. I can't make a proper analysis at the moment. Give me some time. I'll take a look through the library's restricted section.
Right. I'll leave the research to you then, Lisa.
Understood. I'll notify you all if I make any progress. Though I wouldn't go getting your hopes up. They're incredibly ancient texts, not to mention... Ouch! Gosh, that hurt! The impurities in the crystal... It hurts when I get close. Oh, I see. It appears to react to visions. The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other. It's strange, though. You have elemental abilities as well, but don't seem to be affected in the same way.
Huh.
Anyway, the crystal would be better left in the hands of my cutie. It will just be a pain if left with us, both literally and metaphorically.
Kitty?
Fascinating. Do you know anything about what makes you special? I do not know what to make of it either. Well then, the Knights of Favonius have another favor to ask of you. Please accept the title of Honorary Knight, and the gratitude of the Acting Grand Master.
Okay.
Honorary Knight of Favonius?
We ask for your continued assistance in finding some answers.
Do I get paid?
Storm Terror's rage. And strange crystals. I know Mondstadt's peace hangs in the balance. May the wind open your eyes to the truth. We'll meet back here if you find anything.
Okay. And I got a another achievement. I may as well check that out. Okay. Claim that. Now I just noticed it to the left there. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't have to do that. Okay, I want to see something there. Okay. Now I need to leave because the game wants me to. And hopefully I can get a new objective. Well, I obviously will, but who knows where it's gonna send me. It may send me to the upper half that I still, oh, not upper half, but upper part that I still haven't finished exploring, like that little area up there. I forgot what the name of that place is. But it was the first time I noticed that there were invisible walls that would send you back. Unexpected encounter. Talk to Paimon. But yeah, this... What the? Lag. I'm talking about this area up here, though. To be honest, I was expecting this area to be off limits for a while. And before I talk to Paimon over there, bring up this, and I actually had more available to me than I thought, so I may as well make a wish. Let's see if I get lucky. No. That's unfortunate. Well, that's the way it is. Unfortunately. Hi, Paimon. Can Paimon appear next to Paimon? Let me see. Yep. I don't know why, but that just amuses me.
There's something you didn't tell them. The dragon and the crystal weren't the only things we saw.
I'd like to investigate it on my own first.
So you do remember him, that green guy.
Of course I do.
He looked just like that guy down there.
What? That's the exact same shade of green one. Well, it looks like him.
What?
Interesting. So I guess I've got to go hunt him down. Now, it would be really awkward if he was already one of my team members.
That green guy disappeared. Use elemental sight to track him down.
I just realized something. If I wasn't supposed to have him at this point, would it matter to the story? Like, in other words, if I've been making wishes, right? And I'm thinking that if I wasn't supposed to have him yet, would the game prevent me from getting him through wishes? I don't think it would, because it didn't matter with Xianling, but still. Use elemental sight to scout out the elemental attributes. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Easy enough. He's running around in circles. Ah, crap. What, did he go
His
up?
footprints lead to this wall. Did he climb up from here?
The better question is why did he go around in a circle? Let's go after him. There we go. Okay, he went that way. still going that way. I wish it would just stay on. Ah. Drives me nuts having to repeatedly do this over and over again. Okay, I see him. Find the green fellow. It's not very hard.
What is to be sung transpired in days of yore, when the divine archons still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged his mind. The wind-born bard strummed his strings dolce, and the holy lyre answered his questions kind. The dragon was but a child, full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair.
The game isn't even trying to hide
Enchanting
it.
legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The lion fang perished, and the falcon flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in one stand. Over the cathedral loomed death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bard soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave cause, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war spread. Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber, only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the holy lyre replied no more. Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries.
Wait, you guys are... Oh, that's right. You're the ones that scared Dvalin away.
Dvalin? Who's that?
That's Storm Terror's real name.
Huh? Oh, right! Most people seem to call him Storm Terror. Why do you call him that? Are you two meant to be close or something?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so... Paimon thinks this guy has a screw loose.
Hi.
Good day, Outlander. Seems we meet again. I'm Venti the Bard.
Wait a second. Outlander, why would... Isn't that the name? Whatever.
3-time winner of the most popular bard of Mondstadt, to be precise. So, what do you need from me?
Given you recognize us, Paimon doesn't believe we need to explain any further. Of course it's about Storm Terror!
Storm?
Hey! Cut it with the Amnesia Act! Alright, show it to him.
Oh, isn't this...
What the? It changed color.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
Not sure how this happened last time I checked. Well, I know how it happened. It was the song or the story or something.
Dvalin, the anguish he feels has brought him to tears.
Tears?
He was once such a gentle child, now so full of rage and suffering. I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
What the? Okay, I was wrong about who purified it. The real question is why?
Huh?
You really do have some wonderful abilities. Someone like you is going to end up getting written into a bard's poem. Oh, a hero so bright should she stand in the light. Though stand in the shade, and you'll be met by a blade. Alas, I've really not the time to compose a melody for you at this moment. Anyway, even if Dvalin is not taken down, his life will still wither away in the breeze. He'll burn himself out in the flames of anger.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I really must thank you for purifying the teardrop crystal. It has helped me greatly. But I've already come to devise my own plan.
Oh? And what plan would that be?
Seeing this tear has brought to mind a friend so dear.
Friend?
One must be going.
Hey, where are you running off to?
To the symbol of Mondstadt's hero. Bye-bye.
Huh. What do you make of that?
This weirdo, as you put it, we need to keep an eye on him.
As far as he's concerned, you're a weirdo too, you know.
You know.
Know what?
His voice seems familiar.
Familiar? I don't know. You're alone on that one. But did he just say symbol of Mondstadt's hero? Oh, Paimon knows! It's that huge tree! You know, the gigantic one. You can't miss it. Surely you still remember.
Oh, it's over there, yeah. Okay, since that's where I need to go next. Oops, what? What? Wait a second. Why did that disappear? No. That was bizarre. Okay, so I gotta go to there now. This time don't. There we go. This time do not mess with me is what I was going to say. Anyways, the game is definitely not trying to hide Venti being some super ancient being or something. I mean, it really wasn't that surprising when I saw how strong Venti is. Okay.
Oh? What are you doing here? Though I was just wondering if you would happen to follow me.
I want to know more about the Anemo god.
You speak of the god of Anemo, Barbados? He already disappeared from Mondstadt a long time ago. Liyue and Inazuma's respective gods of Geo and Electro are still present, but Mondstadt has seen many a moon since they last saw their own god. Why do you wish to know about the god of Anemo? Does it have something to do with Dvalin?
Oh, it's because gods...
Yes, someone told me about Dvalin's past.
Just how is it that everyone sees Storm Terror? I'm quite curious. That said, there's no need to rush.
Let's see. It's gone, like, attacking the entire town, so I think most people are scared of it.
I have not been back in a while. It seems there are a few who are unhappy with my arrival.
Wait a second.
The wind! I can't open my eyes! What is a creature like that doing out here in such a calm place?
Okay,
You think it was going after that green guy? His relationship with the wind seems even deeper than yours.
Interesting. So I'm thinking, and I could be wrong about this, though I can't configure the party, I wanted to switch out my new party members.
Come a little close.
But I was gonna say it's possible that Venti is actually an emo. I mean, I could be wrong about that. It just... That's the impression I get. Is that obviously Venti is related to the wind. And it seems like that would be the kind of thing that the story would try to hint at. Since Venti has been somewhat important from the very start.
Come a little closer. Blitz. Surrender needed.
Okay. Yeah, she's a lot better than I initially thought, now that I know how to use her.
Seems the dragon wasn't the only thing affected by this change in the wind. Now then, you were saying someone had told you about the dragon? Is that so? Quite the scholar, I must say that, Lisa. She's not wrong. The conflict has reached this point only because both sides have resorted to the use of force. His hate, however, did not arise from the people not making tribute to the Four Winds. Nor was it born from his own nature, but instead came about as a product of his degradation.
Degradation?
The black blood flowing through his heart has been torturing him for years. That's what has allowed him to be led astray by the lies of the Abyss Mage.
Abyss Mage. I've never heard of that name. Or I think I've heard of them before in Mondstadt. To be honest, I actually do think I've heard of it.
Correct. They are from the Abyss Order, an organization comprised of non-human beings. They despise mankind. I don't know where they come from. All I know is that they hold deep hatred toward the human world. Many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them and act as their weapons. Before arriving here, I too was like Dvalin, cursed and left to waste. But now, before us stands the symbol of Mondstadt's hero, the place from which Mondstadt rose. The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. Being here with you beneath this great tree feels like when the tear was purified earlier. Like the poison is leaving my body. Feels much better.
So, how exactly did you get poisoned?
That would be because I tried to communicate with Dvalin earlier, but was interrupted. As a result, not only did I not manage to help Dvalin break his curse, but instead was also infected myself.
That was me? Oh, of course it was.
Yes, it was you. So to make up for it, you're coming with me to the cathedral.
The Mondstadt Cathedral? To do what exactly?
To claim a certain holy lyre de Himmel.
Okay. I think I also have a new adventure rank, so I'm gonna wait a second. Why am I clicking on that one? I want to select party setup. Sorry, Lisa. I want to switch out for Noelle
I will protect you.
and Junling.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Okay, now I have 2 new characters to play with. I just want to see. Okay, so that's interesting. Now that I've done that, I want to make sure that they're properly equipped. Wait a second. Go over here. Oh yeah, I already did that. I don't think I ever equipped them with new weapons and stuff. But I have a 4-star weapon for her, and I can enhance it. So I may as well do so. Select material. And select one of those just to jump up several times. And get it all the way up to 18. I'm actually gonna remove those 15 there. Take that down like that. There we go. And enhance. 200 EXP is lost, but it's fine. Okay. And unfortunately, I cannot refine yet. But that's fine. May as well equip her with some artifacts. I never did this before. I'll equip her with the adventure set. I actually kind of know a little bit about what I'm doing now. Before I was just completely clueless. And even then, I'm still somewhat clueless, so it all balances out. Okay. Interesting. Now I'm going to switch over to her. Give her a holy Moses. I didn't realize I had a 5-star. I should have been happy about that. I don't think I was, but I think I should have been. Okay, enhance. Select material. I'm going to give her 2 of those. No, 3 of those. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get this one up to level 20. Remove that. And enhance. Wow, 50 EXP loss, but I mean, it's really not that much more powerful than the other ones, so unless there's a way to make it ascend to the next level, you know, like beyond 20, it looks like there is. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you see where it says 2040 and 2020. 2040 is related to her actual level, and then 2020 is related to the weapons level. So and then you have like the little white star next underneath the 2040, which indicates that I've already ascended once with this character. So that's pretty neat. Okay, artifacts. For her, I'm gonna probably do the adventure set again, but I'm gonna see if there's a different set. You know what? Never mind. Adventurous set is just fine. I would have done Berserker with her, but I don't think I have enough of that to do it. There we go. And yeesh. Took quite a bit to find that one. Martial artist would probably be the best one for her, but I don't know. And just going based off of the names. In all honesty, I'm still not completely, what do you call it? What's this mean? Unlocks a character. Oh, that. Never mind. I'm still not completely aware of all the features and stuff, and that's because I haven't really been stopping to look. Like, I spend a lot of time just playing. Because so far I haven't really had to look. I just, you know, the game has actually been kind of easy in that regard. But it's at, like, the same level of difficulty, I think, personally, to, like, Breath of the Wild. In that, for the most part, anyways, actually, I would say it's a little bit easier than Breath of the Wild, or actually quite a bit easier than Breath of the Wild in terms of the fact that you're not going to die very easily in this game. But the combat still has that same level of difficulty to it. As far as how hard it is to kill enemies, so. Talk to Venti.
So this Holy Lyre de Hamel is...
One of the most treasured items in Mondstadt. It's the lyre that Barbados used to play. With it, perhaps I can help Dvalin draw his gentle nature back out of this nightmare he's going through.
Will it really stop Storm Terror from causing more damage?
Of course! I'm the best bard in the world. There's not a single song I do not know, no matter if it's from the past, present, or future. Look me in the eyes. Do you not find me trustworthy?
Look into my eyes. What are you hiding? Just what is that in your eyes? I'm gonna select that.
So how can we get the Holy Lyre?
Oh, I was hoping for a more exaggerated reaction.
It's said that it's enshrined deep within the cathedral, somewhere safe. I'll go take a look around. You can come if you want.
Isn't that why I'm here? Seems kind of pointless to not follow at this point. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about upgrading artifacts is, like, I feel as if because they use other artifacts, I'm worried about wasting them while upgrading. I mean, there'll eventually come a point where I'll get, like, an artifact that's really, really good, and I'll want to upgrade it because, you know, I obviously will want to keep it, but and have it equipped.
Let me handle this. Hello there, sister.
May the Animo god bless you, young bard. How can I help you?
Actually, I know a secret that can save Mondstadt from its current predicament.
Oh, what a blessing from the god of Animo! But you should report that to the Knights of Favonius. Why have you come to me?
I have a feeling he's about to get rejected.
Because you, dear sister, are able to help. I'd like to borrow the Holy Lyre. With it, I'll be able to help Storm Terror.
Please see yourselves out.
Yep.
What?
It's a vicious dragon indeed, but once the acting Grand Master makes up her mind, nothing can stand in the Knight's way.
That's simply not acceptable. Wouldn't Storm Terror end up getting killed that way?
That foolish beast betrayed the winds. Not even the god of Animo themselves would forgive it.
Please, I beg of you.
I'm afraid not, little bard. Strange. Somehow I feel so bad rejecting this sweet child.
Then, I guess I'm left with no other choice. I cannot hide anymore. My disciples, rejoice! Behold, the god of Animo, Barbados, has descended.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Shocked, aren't you? Don't you just want to cry out and rejoice? How does it feel to finally meet the god you've been serving?
Yep.
If there's nothing else, I'll be going back to handle the cathedral's paperwork now.
I'm amazed that she didn't want to, like, smack him upside the head.
Oh, wait!
Uh-huh. That was a great plan, Venti.
Huh? She didn't even bat an eyelid. But I have at least learned what I wanted to know. She didn't deny that the cathedral is enshrining the Holy Lyre. Now, since you're the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius, maybe you can give it a shot.
Why don't you just take it without people knowing? Whatever.
Barbados bless you.
I am the honorary Knight of Favonius Aether.
I know you. You and Amber saved Mondstadt that day. So what brings you here? Tasks from the acting Grand Master?
Yes, actually, the Knights of Favonius would like to borrow the Holy Lyre. That's a lie, but okay.
Is that so? Not that I don't trust you. It's just that a suspicious bard came looking to borrow the Holy Lyre as well.
Yeah, like 10 seconds ago.
He's full of nonsense and even called himself Barbados. He must be up to something. There are regulations in place for the use of the Holy Lyre. Currently, it's only used in Ludi Harpastum. Signed documents from the Grand Master, Seneschal, and Community Representative are all required. So, may I see the document from the Knights of Favonius?
The Grand Master didn't mention
A
it.
signed document is required. Without it, there's not much I can do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really am quite busy as of late.
Okay. I don't blame you, lady.
It didn't work. I knew it.
You knew it?
I just wanted to know how influential the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius is. You see, the best warrior should always be presented with the best sword. And yet here we are. Does the story not make for a fitting ballad?
So what are you trying to say? That we're not good enough?
No, that's not it. More of a commentary regarding Mondstadt's inability to see the warrior standing right before its very eyes. Very well. Looks like borrowing it is not going to be possible. We're simply going to have to steal it. Today we stand for free will. Any suggestions on just how we steal it?
Yes, let's shout it in the middle of the cathedral, where your voice is like reverberating off the walls. Brilliant idea.
Come now, speak up. That's what free will is for.
I don't want to steal anything. Thank you, Aether.
Look at you, sidetracked from the start. But seriously, you're more suitable for the job than I.
No, not really. Do it yourself.
Aside from singing, I don't really have any other talents. Besides, if I was caught, I'd have no one to right the grave injustice of my arrest.
How can it be a grave injustice if you got caught stealing red-handed?
But things are different for you. You are the superstar of the Knights of Favonius. You have made contributions to Mondstadt.
And that won't change anything if I get caught?
Should you get caught, you would easily be able to talk your way out of it.
Lies.
The guards here, it seems they're off duty throughout the night. If we manage to seize this opportunity, it should be smooth sailing from here.
Stop mentioning us getting caught!
What do you say?
I'm sorry, wait. Did you say you're Barbados?
Yes. Seems I did mention that. Your point being?
If you really are a god, then we can't simply abandon you. Why not just say, if you really are a god, then you can get it yourself?
Why does your decision hinge upon whether or not I am a god?
Paimon will fill you in on her background story when we get the time.
On her? I think you mean he. I guess it's a glitch or error. And if you're not a god, then I'll help Devon anyway.
Huh?
I'll bring you to the Holy Lyre, Der Himmel. Well, I guess I just agreed to it. To quickly advance the time of day, open the Paimon menu. Oh! Oh! That's cool.
Don't be shy. Go!
Okay. Before I do that, I want to see how many, what do you call it, I have. I have 88. Now, since I've already done that, enter the cathedral at night, by selecting time. Wait a second. That's a little bit awkward to control. Okay. I am now here. Talk to Venti.
Don't be shy.
Enter the basement. This couldn't be any more obvious. Oh, okay. Really lacks security. I fully expect to get caught. This is giving me major Assassin's Creed vibes right here. But the question is whether or not... Oh man. Is there like a... Oh. Now I want to see something. What? I didn't know you could do that. Now that's interesting. So... Oh boy, that guy's gonna see me. Possibly. Okay. Oh crap. I feel like I'm playing Ocarina of Time right now. Ah crap. I gotta get the treasure chest. I hope I didn't leave anything there. What's this about? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Well, now I know what happens if you enter their line of sight. Okay. Now that I've checked that side, I better check this side too. I don't know if I'll be able to enter this area again. What's going on here? What's going on with this? There's a special treasure chest there. Oh crap. I'm caught between two different points. Ah. There we go. The knight, they kind of move slowly. Come on, collect it all. As fast as possible. Okay. This is a little bit easier than I thought it was because they're a little bit slower than I thought they would be. And throw it that way. There we go. This is very interesting. Okay, I don't know. Oh, there he is. I should probably wait. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to search this whole room. This is crazy. There's probably a treasure chest down there, yeah. That's irritating. Oh no. Not good. Not good. I don't know what to make of that situation. Oh, that guard is stuck there. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how I look at it. Look at me. I'm Metal Gear Solid. Actually, not really Metal Gear Solid. Solid Snake. Or Sam Fisher. Except I'm taking way longer than they would. Is that literally the only way down there? If it is, then I just made a mistake. I'm gonna go up this right here. Okay. Now that's interesting. And will he go for it? Nope. Oh, crap. Man, line of sight on these guards is getting a little bit better. Oh, crap. What the? Who? I feel like I'm constantly being seen. Okay. I have to get these 2 treasure chests down here. It would be wrong of me not to. Especially since I'm already here and stealing something else anyways. Okay. And now that I'm actually down here, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Although I am about to get stuck. Please. Please don't. Okay, good. I was about to say, please don't go down or turn around or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Now I have a problem. Because... Go over there, please. Thank you. Gonna check over here one more time just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Oh, crap. I don't know why, but rolling seems to make me... Oh, it's because I move faster. I didn't know I moved faster until I actually paid attention just now. I was gonna say it makes me feel a little bit safer, but that's because it does make me a little bit safer. Okay. I'm not gonna say that their security is lax per se, but it's not exactly as great as it should be. Especially for the last room.
Who are you?
That's one of those Fatui people.
She disappeared!
Freeze! What are you doing here?
No, run!
Well, this isn't good. It figures. I knew it was gonna happen. Instead of just asking, being like, hey, you know, I want to get this. Instead, trying to steal it. Whatever. No point in being frustrated about it now. Free enjoys city under the jurisdiction of the Knights of
Oh
Favonius.
no! We're busted! Run!
What? Follow me.
Okay, I have 40 seconds. What? I don't really understand why the game would mess me up like that. The game definitely messed me up. I mean, I'll still make it, but... Jeesh. Like, I don't even know if I could have reached those rings that were up in the air there. From where I started. So, whatever. I don't know, maybe they expected me to climb up the statue? I didn't get that impression, though.
Master Diluc, this is this week's accounts.
The disaster has greatly affected business.
Well, let's hope it all ends soon.
Hi! We'd like a seat at your, least conspicuous table.
Because that isn't conspicuous at all.
The second floor has fewer customers. You'd be less conspicuous up there. But aren't you a bard? Why not sit front and center?
Let's save the paid performance for next time. We'll be heading up now. See you in a bit.
Hey, keep an eye on them. There's something strange about that bard. I'll go ask around.
Ask who exactly?
The protectors of Mondstadt.
Okay.
What would you like?
Hi, Diluc. I know that you're one of the potential party members.
Not going upstairs yet? You both seemed to be in a hurry.
Hey, Charles. What'll it be today? I'd like to buy something to drink. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty nice drink, all things considered. You know what? Because I have so much money, I'll buy two of them. And probably make them or whatever later, but... Okay. I hope I didn't miss, like, a treasure chest dialogue
Master Diluc,
option.
have you seen two thieves around?
What happened? Why have you mobilized so many guards?
Haven't you heard, Master Diluc? Two thieves are trying to steal the Holy Lyre.
Huh? How odd.
Isn't it? The Holy Lyre is a treasure that was played by the god of animal themselves. Such a precious piece of cultural heritage.
Why would one want to steal something they can't sell off? Would pay better to steal from my sellers.
Huh?
Sorry, off topic. Believe they headed that way.
Understood. Thank you, Master Diluc.
He just pointed to the door. Okay. He had no reason to protect us in this situation.
Today, I think I'll have a glass of...
You can put down that bottle you stole from behind the counter.
something cold.
Why is Venti stealing everything?
Right. I want answers.
Let me finish my drink first. I'll pay you. Well, with a performance.
It's not about money. You seem too young to be drinking.
No need to worry. When I started drinking, you were still...
How about answering my question first?
You want to ask, who's this? Am I right? He is Master Diluc, the boss of... the owner of this tavern. He's very famous. By the way, his dandelion wine is one of my favorites. Although most of the time I can only afford a bottle or two.
I just heard about some thieves from the guards. For the record, I like your guts for trying to steal the Holy Lyre de Hamel, even if you are fools. But we don't often get to see people like you.
It wasn't us that stole it. The real thief is still out there.
This is the hotshot of the Knights of Favonius. Why would someone so aspiring steal Mondstadt's sacred treasure?
Hotshot? Oh, so it's you. So, you and the bard are close friends?
I've only heard him play once.
Well, despite only being a passing traveler, you still offered your help to Mondstadt in its time of need. A shame you joined the Knights. The Knights of Favonius. Inefficient right from beginning to end. And towards the Fatui, weak and conservative. Forget it. I don't feel like talking about it.
Seems you don't really like the Knights of Favonius.
Just differences in approach is all. I have my own hopes for this city. Now, answers. Why did you steal the Holy Lyre?
You sure you want to know? It could implicate you in the affairs of the Knights of Favonius.
That's fine. I somehow always end up implicated in their affairs.
If I tell you the story with a performance, will you believe me?
It depends. I'll make my own judgment.
Then will I get paid?
Your reward will range from anywhere between 5 Mora and the Holy Lyre. It all depends on your story.
Very well. Let me put on a show.
The story I want to tell starts at the Sky Dragon eating something. Brutal battle with the wicked dragon, ingested venomous blood, and fell into slumber, only to be awakened.
What did I
expelled, and
just
lost.
witness?
Weird.
This is confidential information. Why did you let me know?
Why? Perhaps the winds are changing. What say you, Master D-Luke?
Interesting. Give me some time. I'll organize some contacts.
Yeah, I wasn't able to read what it was saying because it automatically continued without me getting the ability to confirm.
Outlander, as one of the knights, it seems you're not a suspect. Blonde is the only description on the wanted poster. You should be safe. As for the bard, however, it'd be better if you stayed in the tavern.
No problem. I like taverns.
Okay. Let's meet here tonight after the tavern closes.
Okay. I need to leave the tavern, but I'm gonna first get my achievement. Oh, there it is. Claim. And talk to Venti for a second. Okay, got it. Tomorrow night, right? Don't worry, I'll show up.
Remember, don't forget our meeting tomorrow night.
Okay. I can advance the story as well. Or not story, but the time. That's a neat little feature there. Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all by those events that occurred. It was pretty obvious that I would get caught. I mean, otherwise Storm Terror wouldn't be a big deal. I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to fight Storm Terror at some point. What the? No, I didn't do that. Sometimes, what? There we go. Okay. I will eventually figure this stuff out, but for right now I'm not going to. I want to see this. What about this? I can actually get rewards for going through those again, possibly. That's interesting. Possible reward for doing that again. There's a key and all that other stuff. I wonder if that's like something you can only do once a day. I may actually have to look that up. Anyways, I have adventure rank rewards that I can get.
Adventuring in the Ashen Sea.
Jules from Liyue, come take a look.
So I am going to go over to the Adventure Guild. There we go. Claim adventure rank rewards. And because even though I can do the other, advancing the time, instead of doing that, I'm actually going to do this. Because I'm curious. My curiosity is forcing me to go and do one of these. I could also do some of the lay blossom things, but I'm not going to. At least not while recording. I might do it after I'm done recording. It depends. Okay, recommended party level, recommended element. I have 2 characters in my party that have that element. First time completion rewards, those are pretty decent. I've already done this before, but I'm kind of surprised that it is having me... Well, actually, no, I haven't done this before. I mean, I've done this dungeon before, but I don't think I've done this part of the dungeon before, which is why it's saying first time rewards. It'll probably, what do you call it? Stop letting me enter after this. I could be wrong. Why did I do that? And now it's frozen. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I've done this dungeon before. For sure, because I recognize all this stuff. And I wish it had recommended... What's his name? I can't switch party members. Well, this is going to be a little bit awkward. Go over here like this. Climb up that like that. What's up with that? Oh boy, I think that I need a different party composition if I want to get everything in here. I hope I'm wrong. It seems like I'm gonna need one. Need it. And do that. Oh, you know what I think it did? I could be wrong about... Why isn't it hitting? There we go. I think it completed the puzzle for me. Like... Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it seems like. Is there any kind of puzzle over here like that, for example? Maybe I'm wrong, but I... Oh! Duh. Durr. Yeah, maybe there's a puzzle there. Maybe you could just shoot it. There we go. And I think that'll help with that. I'm just making sure to check out this area thoroughly before I jump over there. I almost fell off the edge there. Checking that area. Making sure. Okay, open door. Now it's time to see about Noelle. Yeah, she's actually pretty good. I say that when I don't really know if I'm actually doing any damage, really.
I'll catch up.
Part of the problem is I'm fighting shield enemies, and I'm hoping that her attack type works.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Interesting. So that acts like a spinning attack. As long as you still have stamina, she'll just keep spinning. That's pretty useful. Although, for some reason, her weapon is really weak. Feels like. There we go. And This reminds me of an attack from one of the Zelda games. I'm not entirely sure which one. But I swear there's one that where you just spin around in a circle like that. Okay, now it's time to switch to her. It's been a while since I used her. What is going on here? There we go. There we go. Come on. That's the one thing I truly hate about this animation.
I'll catch up.
And there we go.
Someone needs assistance.
That is so weird. It seems like she would do a lot of damage, but she feels so weak too at the same time. Very contradictory. Are there any other? No. What the? Before I do that, I want to make sure there isn't anything else out here. Ah. There we go. Now I'm pretty sure that this is the end. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Although I don't know why they would put that there if it's the end. Yeah. Probably because of this.
I'll race you there.
What's that? Oh, it's one of those slides. Now, one thing that's nice about her is that she has that, oh, she's good at dealing with those types of enemies. And then... Interesting. I can't really see very well right here. Ah. Yeah, okay. They actually complement each other a little bit there. So I got 40 Primo Gems and all that other stuff. And I even got a key. So this was worth it. And I even got 5 Primo Gems for doing that as well. So leave domain. Consider checking out some of the other ones, because Primo Gems, they don't come easy. It's, in fact, I may do one more, and who knows, call it quits afterwards. I'm thinking that I'm going to call it quits soon. But I'm happy that I checked that out. It's, I don't know if it's worth doing the entire, like, if you can get 5 Primo Gems every single time you complete the dungeon or something, I don't know if it would be worth doing that. But at the very least, okay, it says possible rewards and no longer shows anything. Okay. But I got a key. And there's a thing over here, I think, for the key. So I'll teleport here first. And before I enter the enter this dungeon, I'm gonna go to one of the Shrine of Depths, as this little tip screen reminded me of what they're called. At least I'm assuming. Wait, no, I know what that is. That's a mini boss. Great. Okay. There's no point in going there. However, now I'm conflicted because I should probably bring a different party composition with me. I'm not sure. It's recommending that I have Electro with me, electric character with me. So, and the recommended party level is 25, but I don't care about that. In these ruins, you discover a now destroyed training ground belonging to an ancient civilization. To pass this trial, you need to take hold of vicious fire and crackling lightning to take down your enemy. So I'll start. And for this, I will actually replace... I'll replace John Lang with Official. And the only reason why I'm doing
In the name of the Prinzessin!
The only reason why I'm doing that is because I've already used John Lang before during that trial thing. So I figure just replacing her temporarily with Official is fine. Whereas I don't want to replace Noelle, because even though I'm not entirely sure if I like the way she plays yet, I do at least want to keep using her. For now. Now, the interesting thing about Official is that because I upgraded her constellations, and I haven't used her properly in a battle since then, at least I don't remember using her, I think that one of her constellations says that Oz will attack with her even when he's not summoned now. Like her normal attacks will actually deal additional damage. So I look forward to seeing that pan out. I'm gonna test it now. Yeah.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Yep.
As you wish, Fräulein.
It's just crazy how overpowered Oz is. Like, he's not exactly the best character. I mean, the Official isn't the best character in the game, but at this point in time, it's perfect
By
for what I
royal
need.
decree!
There we go.
I'll catch up!
Exquisite chest. Receive all that stuff. Now I have to test whether or not entering a dungeon that you've already beaten will give you like additional treasures and stuff. Because if it does, then I'm gonna stop worrying about using the, what do you call them? The artifacts. Okay, there's 3 different types of trials, and unfortunately, it did not warn me about the Hydro trial. So I'm gonna go with the Electro trial first.
Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
And hopefully... Yeah, this isn't doing as much damage as I was hoping it would do. Come on. The one thing I hate about these shield enemies is how strong their shields are. Like, burning once should be enough to completely destroyed my shield. There we go. And ah, crap. Gotta get out of there. I hate these stupid archers. Die, archers, die. This will bring out Oz. And there we go. You're not gonna do it again. And look at that treasure chest up on that ledge. Hopefully I can get it.
I must leave no stone unturned.
When Geo comes into contact with hydro, pyro, cryo, electro elements, crystallize will be triggered. This type of elemental reaction can generate corresponding elemental shards and provide your character with various elemental shields. Use crystallize to effectively reduce damage taken in battle. So in this case, because it may have already been
By royal decree.
interesting. Okay, I've got an idea. So when I want to use... Oh. I guess I won't have a chance to test it now. Okay, go up here very fast. What? You're not gonna let me go up there? There we go. There we go. Crazy game. And I don't know what else is going on up here, so doesn't seem like anything else is really going on up here. Bring it over here. Attack these. Maybe nothing. Do that. Now, should I go back and do the other? That's the question. Anyways, I was gonna say, if I put up a shield, right? Like this. And then I pull out another character like this. And then I pull out another character like this. I can then have a shield for a period of time with that character. I think it'll, oh, this isn't good.
Yes, stone.
What the? I thought I had a shield up. I thought it said something about protecting against those elements. And why is Noelle's hair suddenly blue?
Have a good night, shield.
Holy crap. I didn't even notice her special. And dies. She's really good at dealing with those enemies, which is nice. Okay. I don't think I'm done here yet. I don't think I want to be done here yet. Give me a second. First of all, collect any treasure chests here I can find. Can I go back to the previous floors and do the not pyro, but hydro and electro challenges. I don't know which one I did actually. I don't know if it was pyro or electro. Let me see. So I can't go through this door. It's locked off to me. And I can't go back through these doors. I'm pretty sure I entered in from this side, but I could be wrong. So it's one of those situations where the game lets you choose one path and then rewards you accordingly once you complete it. I'll check it out again. It's yeah, you definitely never want to forget to do the daily, turn your daily commission in to the Adventurers Guild for the additional reward. That's an additional 20 Primo Gems. You know, people are spending a lot of money on those Primo Gems. I looked it up and it's like one wish is over $2 or something crazy like that. I wouldn't want to spend that much just for one wish. So far, I've been able to make plenty of wishes without having to spend money. It's, yeah, I don't mind spending money out of appreciation for the game, but I would never spend money for the sake of getting stuff. Simply because I don't think that the game should be that ridiculous. Okay, it doesn't tell me what the possible rewards are, but it doesn't matter because I'm just doing this out of curiosity. Okay, so she can destroy those walls directly, which is good. And I didn't get anything at all for doing this, other than the satisfaction of knowing that I won. So that's unfortunate. I was hoping that there would be like treasure chest spawns or something. That would have been nice. Now the main quest wants me to go and meet up with Diluc and Venti again, but I think I am going to call it quits. I'm going to actually check something very fast before I do though. Let's see. Go to wishes. Make sure I don't have enough to make a wish. Ooh, I do. Is today the day I'm going to get lucky? No? That is truly unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna check out the Masterless Stardust, or the shop rollers for that. Okay. It's interesting that they allow you to buy it there, even though you can just do it directly from the wish thing. So I better keep this stuff in mind as I'm going forward, because I may actually have a moment where I need to get something and I could easily purchase it from this, even though I'm not really fond of the idea of wasting the Stardust on this stuff. And this is the one that I really want to get Razor before that runs out, but you know, I can't help it. If I can't do it, then I can't do it. Well, that's it. I am done for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.